That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Just arrived? Head over to Customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Going for a stroll around the... Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the... I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But he's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Ranger... That's when I broadsided him with a toss. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high former dock worker. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a zero... Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander... Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of... Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
I'll keep quiet. That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me get. I'd tell you no one's fallen for that line in about 30.
It's a good thing she didn't say that then.
Sure, kid. Right. You've got a ship, but you've never visited.
Sure did. And now we're...
Well, welcome to Groundbreak. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreak. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down... I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, if I had to take a guess as to why... You take the starch out of him, well... Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be... A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much. Is there anything? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want... Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holding. Most of those jobs are going to take you off. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying...
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet the...
If you're thinking to make a career, full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crewman. Are you pulling my leg? You got a funny sense of humor, friend. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that... A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing. A few years before, once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they... I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here... Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too... They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelict... Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks, they're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Not that he would, being a board man and all. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few... Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime. This really must be your first... There's no working with the board. They don't share. Not groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their rank. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters docking. They got assault cruisers, guns. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or...
The board wouldn't do...
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about it. Sure thing. Be seeing.
You're hurt. Don't deft hands with the mag pick.
What do you think you're doing?
Just don't make more paperwork.
Nicely done.
Keep your sights out, friend.
Oh, you got that?
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return... Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch. I should have guessed. What better... Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've...
Hey there. Be seeing you.
Hi there. What can groundbreaker... This is the... If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to comment... I'm not so good at filing? Mix-up. Folks are liable to start... We can't just let anyone walk in here. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant... All right, I guess. In and out. What can Groundbreaker Security do? Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. Anything? Chief Junlei Tennyson. Her family's worked on it for, God...
What's she like?
Good as she can be, I guess. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real... They're run by Miss Hagen. Half the tramp captains and contractors in this. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs... Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing. Now let's say the one who had the thing... If anyone asks, Sublight says... If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down. Something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey... Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something, you might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their...
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it. Everything
People do what they gotta. Oh, sure. Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting. Oops.
Oh, don't worry.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their...
Awful generous of you. That's what I'm... Sure, and stuff from outside the system, too. That'd be awful weird, on account of you... All right. Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days. Search me. I mean, don't search me, because that's my job. I reckon you'd have to ask the folks in Byzantium. Less than... There's been a whole heap of good...
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to... Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me... I do hope you're the lucky hunter. Still waiting to hear back on that bounty... The outlaw scientist. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what for... To the board, yeah. You've read his one. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with... Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my... I'm not here for a chat. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. The original force was made up of a Marine. Folks started calling it... Still waiting... Hey.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Hold it right
You
there.
couldn't pay me to visit Monarch. I'd probably get my... This heat...
That maniac on Monarch's still screaming into the comms void, getting real sick of it.
Miscreant,
Easy does it.
Hey, stop that!
Quietly now. Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.